We are going to see it.
I have a feeling I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know who I'm talking about too. And God almighty.
I have to leave. Team Skull. Oh yeah.
You're going to be seeing right here that that Butthead is going to be dealing the most damage and kill confirms. That's just a general Rob thing. Rob is really good at getting a lot of kill confirms out of grabs, out of side B, out of a lot of things. Right now we've got...
How's it going, folks? Nemesis here, stepping in on commentary as well. What a matchup we got here.
Oh yeah, we've got Spencer Nyaichu versus... I'm not saying that name. That team name is going to give me COVID if I don't already have it. I don't. I do not have COVID.
Thank you for clarifying.
Don't worry. I just wanted to ease the concerns of my co-commentator. Right now, we're going to be seeing that Rob and Zero Suit are going to be fluctuating between up close and personal and staying back and throwing out projectiles.
Definitely. I can see why both of them have the proper kits to be able to do that. And that's not to say that Ness and Palutena can't as well, but I can definitely see what you mean where both of them can switch back and forth between those at a whim, essentially.
Yeah, I was mentioning this earlier with my co-commentator, but generally in doubles, you're going to be seeing one person playing aggressive and another person playing defensive support. But in this matchup, we're going to be seeing Rob and Zero Suit fluctuating between the two. But it's not necessarily more like a balance, it's more like at any time they can switch between the two because both of these characters are very good.
That is a very good point. Those both characters are most certainly very good. And I would be curious to see whether or not they focus here on one target or if they would seem to be distributing pretty evenly thus far, which is sometimes kind of hard to do in doubles when you have two separate opponents, but very even stock and damage on both opposing players, so they definitely got to be working in tandem pretty well.
You got to remember, Rob is very good at throwing out a bunch of stuff so that he can keep opponents away, while Zero Suit is just really good at getting from one place to the next. Flip kick, short hops, just running to and fro. Zero Suit is going to be able to do a lot of that. So both of these players are going to be able to retreat and rush in whenever they can. They control the pace of the game right here, and Ness and Palutena are going to have to combat this if they want to survive.
And I was about to say the stocks were even, but now it's technically one stock here in favor of Spencer and, how do you pronounce that?
Nyaichu.
Nyaichu.
Or
Okay.
Nyaichu. I do not actually know.
Beside the point, oh my goodness, never mind. Rob Spike, we're even again.
We're even again.
Rob
Palutena at a
moment.
really high percent. But it's going to be a little bit difficult for Zero Suit to take the stock while Ness is playing interference. However, Rob might find it a lot easier. Almost right there, we saw the back air close up at stock with a really good parry. And the Nair killing. You do not see Nair killing every day.
And which one do you, and now you got each of them down to one stock, which one do you think would be most beneficial to take out first?
I would say get rid of Rob, but unfortunately that's going to be less of a possibility because Rob has two stocks.
Rob's one with two stocks, but when you see Ness and Palutena, is it most beneficial to take out that Ness first to get rid of the support on the Palutena?
I would say just get rid of the Ness because he's got the higher stock lead and Ness is fairly light, so...
Lightweight, that's a good point. Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate.
We were talking about Ness and we were paying attention to Palutena. That was an early kill.
Unfortunate.
But that's going to probably be...
That's going to...
I was expecting an up smash right there, but Ness was able to mash out in time.
Stock lead. Now you got both of them focusing on you, two of really good characters and players focusing on you at the same time with a gimpable recovery like Ness's. That's a rough position.
I was surprised that Ness was able to throw out shield in the middle of that side B, but it worked out.
People manning the stream here are about to click up on the game here.
Yeah, we can see them prepping.
Saw the mouse move out of the corner of my eye, and that's going to be the back air. That will take it. Game one here going to BallsoutBen. And kids, please don't do this. Naked Boo's YouTube search.
Yes.
Again, children at home, that is a tag. Please don't do that.
Please do not do that. And what I will say, what you could see in that game right there is that BallsoutBen is... I hate that name. I'm just going to refer to him as Zero Suit. So what you could see as... what you could see from Zero Suit is that normally Zero Suit doesn't have too much problem closing out the stock because Zero Suit is able to just bounce around to and fro.
Very true.
But because of the chaotic nature of doubles, Zero Suit is going to have trouble closing out stocks. So, Zero Suit is going to be relying on Rob in order to close out stocks, usually with a grab to up smash or up air, or generally like a side B, some sort of gimp. Rob is going to be the one closing out more of the stocks, or at least that's what he's team members are going to be presumably going
Makes
for.
sense. I think you could say that of Rob's most powerful moves, Rob's strongest attacks will hit harder. Zero Suit's strongest typically, and Rob has such big hitboxes on a lot of them. I can imagine in a chaotic doubles, often won't do something until massive attack coming out like Rob's down air, like is grabbing up air. So many things from Rob are so dangerous if you don't catch that they're coming a few seconds ahead of time.
It's definitely also a lot harder to keep track of what Rob is going to be going for, because Rob can stay in the air and throw out Nair, and it's a lot harder to dodge it when you have to worry about two other people, ally and another enemy.
Yeah, I mean with Zero Suit, with so much speed and very quick attacks coming out, like it's not much room for error. Oh my goodness, that was almost a tragic moment on the ledge right there.
I thought that he was going to lose the stock for a minute. Oh, but for a second, it looked like Zero Suit was actually going to lose the stock, going for that flip kick and barely missing.
Yeah, I mean, you take your eye off any person in this match. I think every character on the screen mentioned ridiculous things. You're not paying attention to them.
Another thing I wanted to mention is that both Rob and Zero Suit won't really be killing with a lot of straight hits. Sorry, I'm getting called by the TO.
All right,
for
well,
my next
if you
match.
gotta play a set, go play a set.
Oh,
I got it.
Don't worry, it'll be right after this match. Anyway,
All right,
right now
good.
we are seeing that Spencer and Nyaichu are actually down a stock quite early. This is
Indeed.
a bit of a deficit that they're going to need to catch up to.
You gotta. What do you think here? Do you try and focus on just one of these opposition here of BallsoutBen and AIM? Do you focus on one, or do you gotta try and take them out evenly when you are a stock down on both characters?
What I would say is I would be gunning for the Rob while playing interference with the Zero Suit, because the Zero Suit is generally there as a distraction, because while you're focusing on Zero Suit, Rob is just going to be in the corner prepping gyro, prepping laser, and laser is a fairly low committal thing. Even if you hit your partner with it, it's not too big of a deal, because
But it's chip if you landed on an opponent, and possibly both opponents.
yeah, if you're landing on both opponents and your teammate, it's still a generally better thing. And you can see right there that Nair train is going to lead into a side B.
Yeah, Rob is a menace out there, and you already see Altena not taking the extra stock from Ness here. He's gonna try and brave it alone.
I believe what they're trying to do is make sure that Spencer can do it on his own, because right now, although it might be beneficial to have two players, oh no, that is going to be the end of the stock. Even though,
yes, not around though. It's not over yet.
right, even though it would be beneficial for there to be two opponents on the field right now, unfortunately, Ness was at 100%, so it wouldn't. He probably would have died really fast, and they were probably paying attention to that. But right now, you're seeing that both these players are doing a lot of team combos.
Yeah, I saw Ness's light flash before.
Oh,
his
but
eyes.
that is going to be the end of Zero Suit.
Yeah,
Well,
that one stock. But yes, I mean Rob at high percent. It's not impossible, but I was gonna say I saw Ness's light flash before his eyes when he was caught between the two and center of the stage.
yeah,
it could have been disastrous.
He was getting a little homesick there.
Staying alive on this is honestly genuinely impressive. And we're gonna see what ideas they have in mind. Ooh, a little bit of friendly fire. A little dangerous. Gotta be careful there.
Notice that Ness is not going to be aggressive against Zero Suit. That is, again,
Forward air
not
won't
going to
take
take a
it.
stock.
Ness stays alive again.
It's unlikely, but
What's it
if
gonna
Ness
take?
is able to... Oh,
Okay.
no, that's going to
Well,
do it. That's going to do it.
It'd be like that sometimes. Some things truly are unlikely.
Unfortunately, that was a really big deficit that they had to come back from the beginning of the game, and unfortunately, they were just not able to make up
Yep,
the
I would say
difference.
momentum was very much held in the hands of Gray and Baskin for most of that set. And I would say they